Hi, welcome to Sage Smart Solutions. I'm Mark McKay.
And I'm Marcy McKay.
I've been wanting to do this story for a while now. I want to preface this by saying we, while being the ultimate parents, are not helicopter parents. And this is a little bit of a backhanded, not a back, but a passive aggressive brag. We found out that our son was a national merit semifinalist because he was being interviewed by the paper and he knew we were going to find out. He'd kind of forgotten to mention it. And he's like, oh, yeah, they said congratulations and stuff. And then he called us. We were like, okay, son, congratulations and stuff.
Which is so different than us. I would have had a billboard going,
which is, but we let our kids make their own decisions. Our kids could change the tires. Our daughter drove a 6-speed for her. Anyway, we are not helicopter parents, but I have just been outraged the past few months. Our son is about to graduate college, and our daughter graduated a little over a year ago.
Right.
So, and I realize that they're adults.
Yes. Young adults.
But they're 20-somethings. Come on. But
their prefrontal cortexes are not fully formed.
They're getting there, but they I just was shocked by the predatory offers I started seeing from these big conservative companies that have these branding image ads during the Super Bowl. We have a pug snoring behind us, so I'm not dying.
We're not boring y'all.
We're not sure how many naps he's going to wake up from, so we hate to. Anyway, what was I talking about?
Credit cards.
So I started seeing, and my daughter asked me, should I look at some of these to help build credit? And I know all the horror stories, especially some of my friends in college, just 1, 2, 3 years out of college and they're 50 grand in debt at 20, 30, not 20, 30, but very high usurious, I don't know how to say that word, interest rates. And it just shocked me because they are sending these out to these kids, 23, 24 years old. And I realize that those are adults, but they're also the adults they're going to have to pay for us when we're collecting on Social Security.
Well, even younger, because they're sending them while they're in college.
Oh, yeah. They
18,
start
19, 20, 21.
But they really start, but you start getting the pre-approved. And I just talk to your kids. There's a few talks that we had with our kids before we sent them out into the world. I don't know if we'll talk about some of those, but one of them was to be on the lookout for people looking to take advantage of you. And just because somebody that has their name on the side of a building on Fifth Avenue, it doesn't mean that what they're saying is in your best interest. And
I've even had friends who say that they were shocked that their own banks were sending their children these credit cards that had huge interest rates. So even institutions that they trusted, they already had their money, but then there was a different spin on it. It was these pre-approved credit cards.
Absolutely. I mean, those people had your kid's birthday. So as soon as they turned 18, they start sending them stuff. As soon as they turn 21, they start sending them stuff.
More stuff.
But you've got to think about it. Let's take student loans out of the equation, because I don't know what a young person's situation is as to whether they went to college, whether they paid for college, whether they worked their way through college. But regardless, most 23, 24-year-olds are not, sitting there thinking, I have so much cash flow right now, I need to look for ways to build my credit. But my daughter started getting platinum offers, and I think I've blacked out enough stuff, but if I didn't, please don't steal her identity. I guess she could. She didn't have any credits. So,
don't do it.
But this is a platinum offer. So it's like, congratulations. This is one of those that it's like, you're special, so we're giving you this offer. We want you to help build credit. You worked hard. You got your way through college. You graduated summa cum laude. We'll give you 23.99% interest. I'm not making this up. LIBOR, when we received this, LIBOR, the 1-year LIBOR rate, the London Interbank Offer Rate. I'm sorry, I'm talking so fast.
That's okay.
We had a couple of shots right before.
Well, you're very impassioned about this subject.
Interest rates, and we've all seen it. Whether you've got good credit or not, banks will take advantage of anybody who wants to borrow money unless you are the top 2%. But London Interbank, so basically prime rate, except what the world's used for prime rate for a while, which we went into quite a bit of depth on a few years ago. It was fixed. They were rigging the interest rate in order to trade the spreads on it and manipulate it. And they all got caught and nobody got
And when you
punished.
say fixed, you don't mean it was set. You mean it was
No, I mean the game was rigged. Yeah, when they set the rate,
they rigged the
they
rate.
went the way Bobby wanted it to that month, or what. Anyway, these people, this is a big company that has people you saw on the Oscars the other night representing them. They're reaching out to our children and saying, hey, we will loan you money at 23.99% interest. Think about that. Let's explain this to your child, because they think, I need to build credit. Let's say they borrow $10,000. And let's say they borrow $10,000. And I know that the credit card company will make them pay the minimum amount, and they can't just let it ride. But let's just say they let it ride, because in reality, even though they're making payments, that means they're not putting money somewhere else. They're not paying off other debts. They're not investing it. So in reality, they are being charged 23.99%. You're not getting the complete compounding. But let's say they just leave that money alone in $10,000, and say it's like a student loan debt. But anyway, 23.99%. These are what the good people at these big credit card companies are making offer to your special. Yeah, sorry. 23.99 in 3 years, you will owe them $20,000
on top of the $10,000.
No, you'll owe them 20. You owed them 10. You now owe them 20.
Well,
not on
that's
top.
what I meant.
Yeah, you started with 10.
Started with 10, and now.
Yeah, you only have 10, but you now owe them 20.
Right.
Now, if you turned around and you put that $10,000 that they loaned you into one of their deposit vehicles, you would have made 1.5%. So they charged you 23.9, but they would have paid you 1.5. If you'd like to see how you can benefit from that type of business, let us know. There are ways to put that sort of a spread to work for everyday investors and not let the banks be the only ones who do this. Now, 23.99. Your child's account it'll double. The debt will double in 3 years. I'm not doing anything brilliant here. It's the rule of 72, 24% interest. You're going to double every 3 years. So $20,000, go another 3 years, now owe $40,000. You were a 24-year-old. You decided that you were going to take advantage of this and get that $10,000 and go put it into a startup or some crypto or whatever. And it went 6 years from now, you owe $40,000. And it just keeps going.
Snowballing.
So educate your children. Let them watch this video. Run a scenario by us. If you want us to run the math and show you why there are better ways to do this and why it's important to plan ahead so that you have options. So now that being said, we are not totally anti-debt. I'm not going to be like Dave Ramsey and say, okay, you need $1,000 in the bank and you can't leverage anything except for your house. No, I'm not talking about a car loan where your child is making a $250 a month payment to build credit and it's at a 6% interest rate. I realize nobody can get cars these days because there aren't any, but you know what I'm talking about. That is good debt. That is smart debt. That is building credit the right way. LIBOR. Okay, the other point I wanted to make in researching for this little story, LIBOR has almost doubled. It's 2. I said it was 1.25 when this letter came out. It's 2.08 now. If you're in the stock market, if you're in the bond market, you need to be on top of this. So, now I'm talking to the parents. Right. So, anyway, check out our other videos, like and subscribe. We appreciate you taking the time to spend with us today. Do not let predators after you. Oh, but wait, I missed this. They come in beautiful style. You can order it in different colors. You can customize it.
That is appealing.
I bet you get one with like a cup of coffee or a vinyl album on there. So it's a lifestyle thing. Anyway, educate your children, help them make smart decisions.
Educate yourself.
Let them be
as well.
sage. Educate yourself. At 23.99%, your debt is going to double every 3 years. Have a great day.